On the issue of North Korea, Eurasia Group said in a weekend note that it looks like the old North Korea is alive and well. Are you surprised that the North Koreans aren't showing a willingness to denuclearize after the Singapore summit?
Well, there are two things here. The only thing they've got is their nuclear arms, and they're not going to give them up just because Pompeo or anybody else asked them to, because they will want something in return. And the something in return, of course, will be very concrete issues of security on the point of view of South Korea and the United States. And the notion that you're going to give them a diary with on Monday you take out 3 bombs, on Wednesday you'll take another 3 ones is I think both false and a little bit naive. I must admit, the thing that worries me most on all these things is that China has been left completely out of the bargain. Totally. Has nothing to do with it. It's United States versus North Korea. My impression is that China knows that these talks are not going to go anywhere at all. And of course, then it will be their time to step in and show the world that they're the ones that did the deal and not the bluster that came out of both Trump and Kim. So in other words, I'm watching this, but with a completely different view. Okay.
So, I mean, Andrew, I'm curious, if the United States could have done more to bring China into the conversation on North Korea, what would that realistically achieve? Because China has, in many ways, decided to bring North Korea under its arm, but at the same time also likes to keep a distance pretty much for international diplomatic convenience. Would you agree?
The last thing China would have wanted would have been to be involved with a Trump kind of negotiation, thereby getting plenty of egg on its face for receiving absolutely nothing. It says, you want to talk to him? You go ahead and do that. Fine, we have no problem. Yes, yes, we back up all efforts for peace in the Korean Peninsula, the usual blah, blah. They stood back and they said, let's see what he's going to do. And clearly, he's not going anything. He's not going anywhere. Not yet.
Okay, so what tools does the United States have left? Because they've already given up their prize negotiating tool, which was that meeting with President Trump. They've given Kim Jong-un that legacy-defining Kodak moment. So what's next?
Well, next is for them, I imagine, to wait for something very concrete to come out of North Korea. And it's not coming. They've already told them. They have already told us, we're not going to give up anything unless we have more things on the table. And all we heard from Pombo was blah, blah, blah. So, in other words, the next thing for the United States is to say we're going to reimpose the sanctions we had before. We're back to square one. In other words, the Koreans will go absolutely ballistic over that, the North Koreans. As I said, I think Trump painted himself into a very, very neat corner.
Still watching? Perfect. Click here to watch another great video from CNBC International. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.